Cersei crammed millions into the Red Keep, not out of mercy, but to use them as human shields. Daenerys would have to slaughter innocents to take the city, her child dead, Missandei captured. Varys urged Daenerys to stay calm, begging her not to become the tyrant she vowed to overthrow. But who could understand her pain now? Once worshipped as Mysa, the breaker of chains, she always put her people first, yet compassion only led her further from her destiny.
I'm here to free the world from tyrants. That is my destiny, and I will serve it no matter the cost.
Next day, Missandei stood bound, on the walls awaiting judgment. Cersei looked down smugly at Daenerys. As their hands negotiated, Tyrion demanded Missandei's release, and Cersei's surrender, but Qyburn countered, "Surrender now, or Missandei dies." He claimed Daenerys' exhausted forces and single dragon couldn't take King's Landing. Two queens accusing each other of treason, neither would yield. The parley failed.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
She knew this day would come, but Missandei never regretted it. She looked at the one she loved, and spoke her last word. Then, the mountain drew his sword, and beheaded Missandei. Missandei was more than Dany's translator. She was also her closest confidant. Now Cersei has killed her. Dany's hatred ignited instantly. She vowed, no matter the cost, to tear Cersei apart. But Daenerys didn't expect Varys would betray her. He had a girl poison Dany's food. Dany was already heartbroken, and hadn't eaten in days, which is why he failed. Varys betrayed Dany, because Tyrion told him about Jon's lineage. Jon wasn't Ned's bastard. His father was Rhaegar Targaryen, Dany's brother, making Jon the first in line for the throne. Upon learning this, Dany made Jon swear to keep it a secret, but he told his family. Sansa, jealous of Dany's power, deliberately told Tyrion, leading to Varys' betrayal. He not only wanted to kill Dany, but put Jon on the Iron Throne.
I don't want it. I never have.
Tyrion overheard them, and he chose to tell Dany what Varys had done. That night, Dany ordered the Unsullied to King's Landing. Tyrion knew he couldn't stop her, afraid she'd become like her father, a queen of ashes, so he begged Dany to give the innocent a chance. If Cersei's commander surrendered, they would ring the bells and open the gates. When she heard the bells, he wanted Dany to stop the attack. Finally, Dany looked at Grey Worm and agreed to Tyrion's proposal. What followed was Dany's last battle, and the last episode of Game of Thrones. This was Dany's pent-up rage, and the first step in her revenge. Euron's fleet was ready, but this time, Dany ambushed them. She rode Drogon, diving from high above. Euron frantically turned the Scorpions, but the bolts couldn't target her, and with poor maneuverability, Drogon quickly destroyed the fleet. Then, he flew across the sea to the Red Keep. Even with all the Scorpions aimed at Drogon, none could hit him. Some didn't even fire. Perished in Drogon's flames. Panic swept through King's Landing's populace. Cersei ordered the Red Keep's gates sealed. She'd never cared about civilian casualties. The 20,000-strong Golden Company outside was motivated, facing Daenerys' weakened forces and exhausted troops. The Golden Company's leader was certain of victory. A thunderous explosion erupted, shattering their confidence. The mighty walls crumbled. Dragonfire consumed the Golden Company's pride. Drogon's arrival signaled the attack. Their leader barely comprehended, before Grey Worm speared him. Unsullied and Dothraki forces stormed King's Landing with Drogon's aid. The battle turned to slaughter. Lannister forces were routed. Cersei watched from the tower, as Drogon circled above, refusing to accept reality. Qyburn's warnings fell on deaf ears. Euron's fleet burned in Blackwater Bay. Cersei insisted her armies would prevail.
Red Keep's never fallen. Won't fall today.
Against the unsullied tide, an ancient dragon's fury, her soldiers lost resolve. Weapons clattered to the ground. Jon breathed cautiously, hoping for peace. Tyrion had stressed before battle, if Cersei's forces surrender, we must cease attack. Daenerys agreed to these terms. Now they demanded Cersei ring the bells. Though reluctant, Daenerys allowed this chance. The bells finally rang. Gazing at the distant Red Keep, Daenerys heard Cersei's mocking voice, taunting her mercy. Fury overwhelmed Daenerys. Why should bells protect Cersei from consequences? Why must I show restraint? Her anger became unstoppable. Daenerys mounted Drogon, soaring over the city. Missandei's final word haunted her. Her murdered dragon's scream echoed. Countless Unsullied lost to whites. Years of hatred towards Cersei couldn't be silenced by bells. She'd sworn to protect her people.
And I swear to you,
Those who would harm you will die screaming.
Now she'd fulfill that vow, releasing all her rage. Upon the city below, Daenerys began her ruthless assault. No distinction between soldiers or civilians. Everything was consumed by Drogon's dragonfire. Grey Worm saw Daenerys take action, and he raised his weapon in turn. Jon Snow witnessed the carnage, powerless to stop the bloodshed. Grey Worm fought with frenzied rage, no longer fighting for himself, nor even for Daenerys. He fought for the memory of his beloved Missandei, once sold as slave merchandise. His existence had meant nothing to the world until Missandei showed him the warmth of genuine care and affection. He promised Missandei to take her home after the war, a vow now turned to ashes. Now his weapon became an outlet for his grieving heart. Jon couldn't comprehend the actions of Grey Worm and Daenerys. Having never suffered such loss, he couldn't understand the agony of losing one's true love. King's Landing echoed with screams, carnage filling every street. Cersei's composure broke as Drogon approached, yet Daenerys withheld final destruction. The ruthless queen abandoned pride, accepting Qyburn's plan to flee. Before they could escape Red Keep, the Hound blocked their escape. His target wasn't Cersei, but the monstrous brother before him. Cersei seized the chance to flee, as the brothers clashed in mortal combat, their feud ending in mutual destruction. Decades of hatred found resolution. Beneath crumbling Red Keep, Cersei found Jaime coming to her aid. In life's final moments, Cersei finally realized who truly loved her all along, but realization came too late. As the Red Keep collapsed, the secret lovers perished, without ever knowing peace. Daenerys' fury left ruins, King's Landing's vitality extinguished. The Queen of Ashes claimed victory, conquering King's Landing at last. After centuries, the Iron Throne returned to Targaryen hands. 8 seasons later, Daenerys unified the 7 kingdoms. Her lifelong dream achieved, she surveyed her loyal armies, unsullied and Dothraki riders. Pride filled Daenerys, having honored their faithful service. Every promise made, she had fulfilled. You won me the 7 kingdoms. Tyrion approached Daenerys solemnly, all former reverence gone. He cast aside the handspin she'd bestowed him. The square fell deathly silent. Tyrion's act marked open defiance. Daenerys burned with shock and rage, yet spared him public execution. Unsullied dragged him away. Witnessing Tyrion's fate, Jon saw his own reflection, for he realized he now threatened her claim to the throne. Jon Snow sought out Tyrion. Tyrion seized the opportunity. He began persuading Jon.
Trying to protect people. Who's the greatest threat to the people now? Who is more dangerous than the rightful heir to the Iron Throne?
Jon was swayed. Tyrion knew only Jon could get close to Daenerys. Killing the Dragon Queen was his only path to survival. They cloaked their betrayal in self-righteous justification, masking selfish motives as necessity. They overlooked one truth. Daenerys never harmed those loyal to her. She embraced outcasts, welcoming Tyrion when he had nowhere else to go, made him Hand of the Queen. During the long night, she kept him safe underground.
Be in the crypt.
Yet Tyrion blamed Daenerys for Jaime and Cersei's deaths. Had he not given Jaime hope, they might still live. Through swirling snow, Jon approached the Dragon Queen's keep. Drogon let him pass. The dragon trusted this man wouldn't harm his mother. In the ruined throne room, Daenerys beheld the Iron Throne, the prize she'd sacrificed everything for, at long last within reach. As she reached for it, Jon emerged behind her. Daenerys smiled, a rare light in her eyes. She let her guard down, dreaming of their shared future.
You are my queen. Now. And always.
The dagger came swift, love's promise, broken by cold betrayal. She never imagined dying by her lover's hand. Others might condemn her, but not Jon Snow. She loved him until the end. Knowing his claim to the throne threatened hers, she spared him repeatedly. Mercy became her doom. Jon's hollow righteousness condemned the woman he loved. History repeated, Ygritte's fate echoed. Another woman who loved him unconditionally died in his arms.
You remember that, Kay? You're not.
All who loved Jon met tragic ends through his choices. Drogon sensed his mother's death. He nudged her lifeless form, desperate for response. The dragon faced the killer, jaws aglow with fury, yet spared Jon's life. Flames consumed Aegon's legacy. The Iron Throne melted away, symbol of power reduced to slag. Drogon gazed at Jon, then bore Daenerys eastward. 10 years of our journey ended in ashes. In this realm of ice and fire, perhaps Drogon will find a way to restore her. The finale shocked the realm, a bitter pill for many. House Stark prevailed. Bran became the Broken King. Sansa ruled the north. Arya sailed uncharted seas. Grey Worm sought Missandei's home.